Deep in the heart of a forgotten neighborhood stood an ancient dollhouse that no one dared to touch, a dusty relic locked away in the attic of an abandoned Victorian home. Until one stormy night, a group of curious friends decided to bring it down, laughing at the idea that a child's toy could be dangerous. But as the clock struck midnight, the dollhouse came alive, its tiny windows glowing with an eerie pink light, casting long shadows that twisted across the room. And one by one, the friends began to hear whispers, calling their names, soft at first, then louder, until it felt like dozens of tiny voices were screaming inside their heads. And soon, the dolls themselves began to move, their stiff plastic limbs bending in unnatural ways, crawling across the floor like insects, their painted smiles cracking to reveal sharp, glassy teeth. When the friends tried to escape, they found the door gone, the house reshaping itself around them, trapping them in endless hallways lined with dolls staring from every shelf, every corner, their eyes following, blinking, and sometimes crying tears of red paint that smelled like iron. Panic set in as the group realized the house was no longer the same one they had entered. The wallpaper seemed to peel and move like breathing skin, and the air grew heavy, thick with the scent of dust and something metallic. Each hallway they ran through stretched longer and longer, looping back on itself, until it felt like they were running in circles. But every time they passed the shelves, more dolls appeared. Some sitting, some standing, some hanging upside down, their plastic heads slowly turning to watch. The whispers grew into laughter, high-pitched and echoing, making it impossible to tell where it came from. One of the friends dared to open a door, only to find a small bathroom where the cracked mirror didn't show his reflection. Instead, it showed him lying dead on the floor, his friends screaming in the background. Another friend was pulled into a bedroom where the bedsheets coiled around her like snakes, dragging her under as she kicked and screamed until her voice was cut off. The kitchen they stumbled into glowed faintly, even though no lights were on, the stove burning without fire, and faint, childlike voices whispered recipes none of them wanted to hear. No matter where they ran, the house kept twisting, reshaping, until they were forced up a narrow staircase that led to the attic, where a single glowing light spilled from the dollhouse, now full-sized, standing in the center of the room like it had grown to match them. From the shadows stepped a life-sized Barbie-like figure with cracked porcelain skin and a slow, crooked smile, her hair floating as if underwater. She raised one hand, and every doll in the house turned its head at once, their blinking in unison, sounding like hundreds of tiny clicks. The group stood frozen as the attic door slammed shut behind them, and the doll took her first step forward.